Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Honor to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One. My utmost respect to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the perfectly enlightened One. My utmost respect goes to the noble doctrine of the Blessed One. My utmost respect to the noble Mahasangha, the disciples of the Blessed One. Greetings to everyone. Every Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Pacific time, we at the Lankarama Buddhist Institute offering this guided meditation session to benefit our new enthusiasts about meditation. So, today we are about to start the meditation along with some sutta discussion. We will always use some suttas to help guide you through some meditation practice. And today I am happy to share with you some Buddhist concepts called Asutava Putujjano, Sutava Ariya Savako, and Yoniso Manasikara and Ayoniso Manasikara. These four terms I would like to explain to you before we start this guided meditation. Asutava Putujjano means uneducated, mundane person, average worldly being. Asutava, the one who has not heard or one who has not learned much. And this uneducated is not in the sense of modern education. It is nothing to do with that. It is the Ariya Savaka, the Sutava Ariya Savaka when we say, for example, and Asutava Putujjano, they are two different levels. So, Asutava Putujjano is the person who has not achieved any state of sainthood, and Sutava Ariya Savaka, on the other hand, are the people who have achieved at least one state of sainthood out of the 8. For example, Sotapanna Magga Phala, Sakadagami Magga Phala, Anagami Magga Phala, and Arahanta Magga Phala. These are called Ariya Savaka, and out of them the first 7 is called Sekha. They are still learning. And Sotapanna Magga Phala, Sakadagami Magga Phala, Anagami Magga Phala, Arahanta Magga. These 7 individuals are called Sekha, whereas the other one, last one, Arahanta Phala person is called Asekha. So all these people are called, all these 8 people, individuals are called Arya Savaka. So noble ones, Sekha and Asekha, these are the noble ones. And especially when it comes to the Sekha, it's really important here, the first 7 individuals. And so apart from that, all the other individuals are called Asutava Puthujjano. And Puthujjano, so here we are in the samsara, and here we are traversing in the samsara, accumulating a lot of karma along with us, and so we have not been able to come out of this ignorance, avijja, and we have not been able to come out of this many different types of karma and defilement. We have so many defilements with us. So I just wanted to mention this Asutava Puthujjana and Sutava Arya Savako. And then the other 2 words I want to explain is Yoniso Manasikara and Ayoniso Manasikara. So to the person who practices this, to any of these Asutava Puthujjano, they can have improper attention. For example, what is improper attention, or what is proper attention, and what is Yoniso Manasikara and what is Ayoniso Manasikara. So improper attention is the condition or the mental state whereby when we think of something, the already unarisen defilements will arise in us, and the arisen defilements will grow up. That kind of a state is called improper attention. And on the other hand, the proper attention is a condition, a mental condition, whereby when we think of something, the unarisen wholesome things will arise in us. Wholesome things will arise, or unarisen defilements will not arise in us. Apart from that, meanwhile, the already arisen defilements will not grow up. So these are 2 different stages, what we call proper attention and improper attention. So the skillful practitioner, the skillful meditator, or the skillful disciple or the follower will have to work a little bit more to work on this part. They have to recognize it, they have to identify it, and then they have to work. In most of the time, actually, we don't even know that we have a situation like this, and there can be a problem, and we don't even know that there is a defilement in us, and there is a mental condition in us, and we just enjoy such things, and then those unarisen defilements will arise in us, while already arisen defilements will grow. So we have to be very, very careful if that kind of thing happens. And the problem is, when we have avijja, when we have ignorance, we don't even know that we have such a situation. We actually nourish them, we actually feed them more and more to grow those, to allow those defilements to arise in us, and also to allow those defilements, already arisen defilements, to grow up more in us. So, if we have something called sati or mindfulness, or if we have yoniso manasikara or proper attention in us, we will be able to cope up with this situation, and we will be able to mitigate such defilements. We can make sure that the unarisen defilements will not arise, while arisen defilements will not be allowed to grow up anymore. So, please remember these things, and please try to make some effort. Last time we were also talking about the 7 ways are there to give up the defilements. For example, dasana pahatabba asana, and so it goes on to 7 steps, 7 ways to come out of this or to give up these defilements. The last one is the bhavana pahatabba asava. So certain asavas are there, certain cankers are there. These defilements will not just go away just like that. So we have to have the right view, sammaditi. We also have to maybe sometimes parivajjana, sometimes we also have to get rid of them, and in certain cases we have to actually use them. So different steps are there, different ways are there for us to come out of these defilements. So the person who has completely abolished, who has completely given up all the defilements, are called khina asava. And khina asava means the person who has completely avoided or completely eradicated all forms of asavas or cankers or intoxications and all sorts of defilements. So these things will not happen just like that. And in meditation, for example, it helps us. Meditation time, when you meditate, most of the maybe very powerful defilements can be burnt away, and still there are other things that we need to fix. For example, when we talk about dasana pahatabba asava, those things will have to be fixed only by having right view, or only by realizing or understanding the situation, and that is also very important. So there are different ways, different types and different kinds of defilements that we have to work with, and different strategies that we have to use in working with this defilements case. So with that, we would like to start today's meditation, and I will guide you through some technique. We will work on our meditation with mindfulness on breathing, anapanasati, contemplation on breathing, in and out breathing, and I would like to invite you to start and get yourself ready physically and mentally both. In order to do that, you may sit comfortably, and so settling on your seat is really important, and then we can keep our torso straight, the back should be straight, and then our shoulders should be straight, and shoulders should be relaxed. Okay, the back should be straight, the shoulders should be relaxed, and then the head also should be straight, and head should not bend forward. If you meditate like head forward bending, it might cause some side effects later on. So our posture is really important. So make sure you have right posture, you have upright back, and then relax. Everything should be relaxed. Your body, your posture should be relaxed. And then we can also focus on our eyebrows, and as we close our eyes or half close our eyes, then when we meditate, we might focus more and we might get some pain in our eyebrows. So make sure intentionally you need to pay attention to that. We have to be mindful about that. Our shoulders should be relaxed, our eyebrows should be relaxed, and our posture, sitting posture should be also straight body. And then one palm on the other, and then with closed eyes or half closed eyes. And now when we are ready, we can take a good long deep breath, and I would like to invite you to relax your shoulders by doing something like this. When you can open your eyes and see how I do it, and when you breathe in, you take your shoulders up like this, and then hold it for few seconds, and then suddenly drop with the breathing out. Okay, like this. Okay, that way we will feel our shoulders. If they are stiff, it can be relaxed very easily. Just to relax them, it's important. And then we take a good long deep breath, hold it for a while, and then slowly, step by step, release and relax. One more time. Take a good long deep breath, and then release and relax. Release and relax. Now let us take some natural breathing. We can switch to natural breathing. Buddhist meditation is about natural breathing. Focusing on natural breathing, observing the natural breathing. This is called Anapanasati. 3 words are there: Ana, Apana, and Sati. Sati means mindfulness. Ana means in-breath. And Apana is out-breath. So, incoming breath and outgoing breath, we have mindfulness on these 2 ways of breathing. We just check in. In order to check in, maybe we can just keep breathing and focusing on that. When we do that, we can also observe the incoming breath is touching the nostril, the outgoing breath is touching the upper lip. So maybe we can have the mindfulness or the sati in between. We can fix our mindfulness there, or install our mindfulness there, or place our mindfulness there in between the nostril and the upper lip, to observe, to monitor what's going on. So this is like a gatekeeper. The gatekeeper will closely monitor all the proceedings. Whenever someone comes in and goes out, the gatekeeper will closely watch, and because of that, the establishment or the institute also will be safe. Unwanted elements will not come in, and for the safety of the building, this close monitoring is important. Same thing, if we have mindfulness, monitoring or observing our breath, we will observe all the incoming and outgoing breaths. There will be a challenge for the beginners when we practice while with closed eyes. Whenever we close eyes, especially at the beginning, you will hear a lot of noise. Normally we don't hear such noise when you are open with your eyes, but when you close your eyes, you will hear many noises. So be mindful about that. If you hear a noise, it's okay, just a noise, and don't get annoyed. Don't react to such things. Every time we react to such things, every time we judge on such things, and that becomes a part of our karma too. So be extra careful. Observe the incoming and outgoing breaths. And maybe at the beginning of your breathing process, you might even notice and observe that the early breaths are mostly long. So if you breathe long, you just observe, no need to contain, no need to control. Just observe. Whenever you breathe long, when you breathe in long, you recognize it, you observe it, you identify it as long breath. I breathe in long. Whenever you breathe out long, you also recognize it, identify it. I breathe out long. Inhale long, exhale long. And after a while, when you are settled in your body and your mind, and when you keep observing your breathing process, you will notice that the breathing becomes much more calmer and subtler, and eventually, slowly, the breathings become shorter. Or whenever you breathe in short, you identify it, you recognize it as short. Breathe in short, inhale short. Whenever you are breathing out short, you exhale short, you recognize it, you identify it, you just observe, merely observing is enough. I breathe out short. So this is important to recognize. I breathe in long, I breathe out long. I breathe in short, I breathe out short. So try to observe every single breath, incoming breath and outgoing breath, without a mistake. Every single breath. Observe, identify, recognize them. How the incoming air touches the upper nose, and how the outgoing breath touches the upper lip, the nostril and the upper lip. The air is touching when we breathe in and breathe out. So just observe. Try not to miss any breath. Try to recognize whether they are long breaths, long incoming breath, long outgoing breath, short incoming breath, short outgoing breath. As you continue to focus and monitor, observe and identify your incoming and outgoing breaths, your body and mind can become much more calmer. And the breathing can be much more subtler. Sometimes it's even difficult to identify if you are breathing or not. So in that case, don't panic. You are still breathing. But when your body becomes very calm, you actually need very little energy to survive. Every single breath can be different from each other. If you can recognize, that will be very good. That will also be a sign of your improvement. Sometimes later on, when you keep focusing, you might not be able to feel that breathing. Maybe during that time you can focus on the sensation, the warmth or the coolness. For example, when you breathe in with oxygen, so it's a little bit cooler. You can even feel that cooling sensation. When you breathe out with the internal toxic gases. So it contains carbon dioxide. So it's a little bit warmer than the incoming breath. You may even focus, observe that sensation. Then you gradually keep meditating and observing. You should be able to focus more and even see the beginning, the middle, and the end of your breath column. For example, every single breath is just like a tube entering the nose, and you can focus and identify the beginning, the middle, and the end of that tube. Every single breath is a tube entering the body. Just like a carpenter who focuses on the tooth of the saw when he cuts a timber, not the beginning, not the middle, not the end. So he will focus actually on the point of contact with the saw and the timber. So the beginning, the middle, and the end of our breath, when we contact the air tube entering the nose, we focus on the entry point. Just like we enter the water in a gradually deeper water level of a swimming pool, we can notice the water level is touching the body slowly going up, and it goes all the way up very slowly. Just like that, the breathing is entering our body, the nostril. Same thing with the outgoing breath. The tube, the column, the breath column is going out, and we can focus, we can observe, identify the beginning, the middle, and the end of that column. If you are a beginner meditating alone, it will always be challenging to keep your mind focused on the object of meditation. It's always challenging. You need to keep practicing. The more you practice with better mindfulness, the more improve you gain, you progress more and more with every single session. Okay, we will practice just a couple of minutes or so with silent meditation. You can practice on your own. Okay. So let us take a good long deep breath to stop our meditation for today. Take a good long deep breath, hold it for a few seconds, and then slowly release and relax. One more time. Long deep breath. And when they are warm, we can place them on our eyes and take a good long deep breath again. And then slowly release and relax, and then place them on our ears. Take a good long deep breath. One palm on your forehead, the other on the back of your head, and take a good long deep breath. And then slowly and gently massage your head, kind of stimulating your brain and the back of your head. The neck is slowly and gently giving a kind of a spiritual massage. Place your palms on the neck, shoulders relax, and then place your palms on the back and the middle of the back, and then slowly moving towards towards the hip, and giving another simple massage, gentle massage to the lower back area. As we have been sitting for a while, it's important that we relax those muscles and also the thighs to ease the pressure of the muscles. And it's recommended that you do not stand right away after meditation, sitting. You have to relax your muscles before standing up. And massage the knees and the leg, the shin. Ease the pressure of the muscles, the ankle area. The lower back is the most tense area when we meditate while sitting. And then the feet, massage the feet. Feet massaging is very helpful to stimulate the internal organs. And then the toes. When you are done, keep your palms together close to your heart. Take a good long deep breath and 3 times say together with me, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. And then slowly and gently open your eyes with a good positive energy and vibe, and seeing the world, seeing the light, being happy. And with that, we conclude our meditation today, and thank you for joining us. And with the power of this merit, we would like to share this merit with all the friends and family members, near and dear ones of all of you. May all sentient beings, all the heavenly beings, and all your near and dear ones receive this merit, share this merit, and be well, happy, healthy, and safe wherever they are. May all of us be able to achieve the supreme bliss of Nibbana at the end of our samsara. With that good intention, we wind up today's meditation session, guided meditation session. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to meeting you again next week at the same time. Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhe deghayuko bhava bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Abhivadana silisa niccang vaddha pacayino Cattaro dhamma vaddhanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevaca ato nibbana sampatti minate samijjhatu sadhu sadhu sadhu. Thank you.